The text from the grave, the message. Jake sat alone in his apartment, scrolling mindlessly through his phone. It had been 3 months since the accident, since Matt, his best friend, had died. The funeral was a blur, and grief still weighed heavily on him. Some nights he dreamed of Matt laughing, talking as if nothing had happened. But when he woke up, reality crashed down on him again. That night, as he was about to put his phone away, a notification popped up. New message from Matt. It wasn't an accident. Jake's blood ran cold. He stared at the screen, unable to breathe. His hands trembled as he clicked on the message. The profile picture was the same, Matt's goofy grin, taken just a week before he died. But Matt was gone. He had died in a car crash. His phone had been destroyed in the wreckage. Jake's mind raced. Was this a cruel joke? Had someone hacked Matt's account? But who would do that? Who would be that heartless? Taking a deep breath, he typed back, "Who is this?" A response came almost immediately. "You know who I am." Jake dropped his phone. The air in the room felt thick, suffocating. The rational part of his brain screamed at him. This wasn't real. Someone was messing with him. But deep down, something darker whispered, "What if it really is Matt?" The investigation. The next morning, Jake didn't go to work. He spent hours trying to trace the message. He checked Matt's old number, but it was deactivated. He called their mutual friends, but no one knew anything. Finally, he drove to Matt's parents' house. They had always been kind to him, but when he told them about the messages, they exchanged uneasy glances. "Jake, we've been getting them too," Matt's father admitted. "At first, we thought it was a scam. But the things he says, only Matt would know." Jake's heart pounded. "What did he say?" Matt's mother hesitated before whispering, "He keeps saying he didn't die in an accident. He says someone killed him. The last night Matt had died on a rainy night. The police ruled it an accident. His car had skidded off the road, crashing into a tree. But now doubt crept into Jake's mind. If Matt had been murdered, who did it? And why? Jake pulled out his laptop and searched for news reports. One detail caught his attention. The crash site was near an abandoned gas station. No cameras, no witnesses. But the toxicology report had noted something strange. Matt had a high dose of sedatives in his system. He never took medication. Jake remembered the last time they spoke. Matt had been paranoid, saying someone was following him. Jake had dismissed it as stress. Now he wasn't so sure. That night he received another text. "I can show you the truth. Come to the crash site." The crash site. Jake hesitated. Every instinct told him not to go, but something deep inside pushed him forward. He had to know the truth. Driving through the rain, he reached the site. The twisted remains of Matt's car still lay in the ditch, rusted and forgotten. The wind howled through the trees. Then his phone buzzed. Another message. "Look closer." Heart pounding, Jake stepped forward. The wet ground squelched beneath his feet as he searched. Then he saw it. A deep scratch on the pavement, leading away from the crash, like something had been dragged. A chill ran down his spine. Matt hadn't just crashed. He had been pulled out. Jake turned back to his car, but his headlights flickered. The radio crackled to life, though it had been off. A faint voice whispered through the static, "Jake, run." Chapter 5. The shadow. A rustling sound came from the trees. Jake's breath caught as he saw a figure standing just beyond the tree line. It was tall, motionless, watching. Then it moved. Jake ran. He barely made it to his car before something slammed against the window. A pale, disfigured face with hollow eyes stared at him. He screamed, flooring the gas pedal. The car roared forward, tires screeching as the figure disappeared into the darkness. His phone buzzed again. "You were supposed to die too." Chapter 6. The truth. Jake didn't go home. He drove straight to the police station, demanding they reopen the case. He showed them the messages, the evidence of sedatives in Matt's system. The officers were skeptical, but agreed to investigate. A week later, the truth came out. Matt had discovered something he wasn't supposed to. He had been working for a small tech firm, and apparently he had uncovered fraud within the company. The higher-ups didn't want the secret getting out. The night of the crash, someone had drugged him and staged the accident, but they hadn't expected his ghost to fight back. The final message: the police arrested the man responsible. The case was closed. That night, Jake received one last text. "Thank you." Then Matt's number disappeared from his phone. No trace of the messages remained. Jake looked up at the sky, whispering, "Goodbye, Matt." And for the first time in months, he felt at peace.